Hi everyone, welcome to our Midday Stretch Express. All you need for today's stretching workout is a yoga mat and maybe some water. We're going to go through a nice flow of some relaxing stretches, kind of ease out any tension in the muscles you're feeling, and hopefully you'll feel really reinvigorated after today's stretches. So let's get started. Starting standing on your mat. And just raise your arms overhead, look up towards the sky, bend to the right for a few seconds here. Stand up straight again, and then bend to the left. Standing up straight from here, we're going to get to a tricep stretch. So patting your back with your left hand and gently grabbing hold of that left elbow and cradling your head in your arms here. Like a nice stretch through the triceps. Just hold here for a few moments. Wonderful. Now sweep those arms overhead again, and then pat your back with your right hand. Grab your right elbow and stretch your right triceps here. Alright, you can let your arms go down by your sides now, shake them out, get that blood flow going back into your hands. We're going to do a little bit of a chest opener here. So we're going to bring our hands to our chest here, and then you're going to extend one arm out to the side, bring it back to the chest, and then open up your other arm to the side. Feeling a nice stretch and opening through your chest as your shoulder blades pull back to the back of the room. And as you twist your arm open, look in the direction of that arm. So start to look backwards a little bit. Also stretching the neck. Let's do 5 more of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Then we're going to do some more chest openers. We're often slouched over computers during the day, so it's a good opportunity to get those shoulders back when I stretch through the chest. So you're going to sweep those arms overhead again, and then goal post your arms out until they look like a goal post. You get that nice 90-degree angle in your elbow there. And then continue those arms down, squeezing your elbows down towards the ground, your shoulder blades are squeezing together, and then extend the arms overhead, bringing them back to goal post, and then squeezing back down towards the ground. So let's do 15 of these. As you squeeze your shoulder blades together, feel like you're squeezing a break between them. Really opening up that chest. Let's do 5 more of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. All right, from there we're going to do a shoulder stretch. So grabbing your right or your left arm with your right arm. So you're kind of like cradling your left arm in between your elbow, your elbow area between your bicep and your forearm here. Actively pulling your left arm towards the back of the room and the side of the room. away from the left part of your body, getting that nice active stretch in the shoulder all through here. And just hold this for a few moments. And release, and switch sides. I just realized I forgot to really introduce myself in the beginning of this video. My name's Elizabeth, and I'm the Health and Fitness Coordinator at Bedford. I'm really happy to be stretching with you guys today. Alright, you can release your arms now. Okay. Next up, let's sweep those arms overhead and then bring them down towards the ground, kind of like in forward folds, but then stand back up. So it's sort of like as if you're skiing here, but instead you get the arms fully extended, get a nice bend in the knee, and you can exhale as you bend forward, really let go of any stagnant energy, breathe in some new refreshing energy as you stand up. A little bit of an energizing move in here as we stretch our hamstrings and our glutes out. Alright, and back to standing. Let's go into a little bit of a back bend now, okay? So we're going to sweep those arms overhead and then just gently bend your back towards the back of the room, just until the point where you feel a nice deep stretch through your abdominals and some engaging energy in your low back. Just hold there for a few moments. Focusing on the breath here. Alright, letting go. And now we're going to forward fold. So just let your whole upper body fold over your thighs. You can have a slight bend in your knee here. And just let, excuse me, your whole torso relax. Let it go. Feels good. You can sway a little bit side to side. Or you can stand still. Alright, you know what? Let's extend those legs out. So they're wider than shoulder width apart and forward fold between the legs there. Keep our stretch. Inner thighs. From here you can go back to standing. And let's get a little bit of a quad stretch in. So you can grab your left foot in your left hand behind your back here and support your weight on your right foot. You can extend that right arm overhead if you like. And slightly pulling that left foot up towards the sky until you feel nice stretch through the front of your thigh there, your quads. Looking good. I know this can be a challenge for your balance. I'm right there with you. Alright, now let's switch sides. grabbing that right foot with your right hand and either extending your left arm overhead or holding it at your waist or hips. Here. You might find that one side is a little bit more tight. If you do notice that, you can always stretch the tight side a little bit longer. All right, and release. Okay, we're going to make our way down on the mat now. So, starting in a kneeling position, roll your shoulders back, down away from your ears, and you can either have your be sitting on the back of your heels with your toes on the mat, kind of on tiptoes, or you can flatten the front of your feet down onto the mat and sit back into your heels. That might be a little bit more comfortable on your toes, but whatever you prefer. So kneeling with the shoulders down, back away from the ears, you're going to clasp your hands behind your back and drive them down towards the ground as you open up your chest and just slightly tilt the chin upwards and come up a little bit. Let's take 5 big deep breaths here. Last breath. All right, I'm going to release those hands now. And we're going to get into a tabletop position from here. So your hands are underneath your shoulders, your legs, your knees are underneath your hip points. And let's take some cat-cows. So dropping the belly towards the ground, looking up towards the sky, and then reversing that movement, so pushing your belly and back up towards the sky, tucking the pelvis, and looking down towards the ground, tucking your chin in towards your chest. Alright, and reverse that movement. And continue this way for 5 rounds total. Try to sync up your breath with the movements here. Do one more of each round. And then return to that tabletop. If you want, you can take a little rest for your wrists. So you can lay your the backs of your hands on the mat here with your palms facing up towards the sky. And then lean back a little bit to stretch out those wrists. And then we'll make our way back into that tabletop position. You're going to keep your left hand planted on the mat and then sweep that right hand and arm up towards the sky, looking up towards the ceiling. Opening up shoulder and back on the right side here. And place that right hand back down on the mat. And we're going to switch sides, so sweeping that left hand and arm up towards the sky. Look at my hair completely covering my face. I really should have put my hair up for this. And bringing that back down. Okay. From here, stay in tabletop, and what you're going to do is thread your left arm through, underneath and through this behind your right hand that's planted on the ground. So laying that left arm down on the mat between your hand and your your right hand and your right knee here, and laying your left side of your head on the mat. Nice deep stretch here. This might be a good place to just close your eyes for a moment, get some breath. Alright, back to tabletop. We're going to switch sides now. So, threading your right arm between that space between your left hand and your left knee, bringing the head down to the mat, laying on the right side of your head. And you might feel a bit of a stretch in your right hip here. Slowing everything down. Alright, so getting back into tabletop, we're going to lie into downward facing dog, so pushing our hips up towards the sky, pushing our feet down towards the mat, looking back towards our thighs, a nice neutral spine, actively pushing towards the back of the room. Pedal your feet here. As you start to wake up those calves, stretch them out. And if you can just extend one leg up. So I'm starting with my right leg. Just hold here for a couple of moments. And then place that foot back down the mat. And then extend the other leg up towards the sky. Hold for a couple of moments. And place back down the mat. Alright, let's take a little pause, a little break in extended child's pose. So place your knees on the outer edges of your mat here. And sink your hips and your behind back into your heels as you extend your arms forward and place your head down on the mat, sinking your chest and belly towards the mat. And just rest here for 3 cycles of breath. Alright, coming back up to tabletop and then sitting back, forward heels, back into the kneeling posture. Let's now bring our legs extended in front, so just sitting upright with our legs in front of us. And you can fold over your legs here. Don't have to touch your toes, just folding over and getting a nice stretch in your hamstrings and your calves. Alright, now you can bring one foot in towards the opposite leg's inner thigh. So you kind of look like the number 4 here. And then just fold over that extended leg. You might start to feel a nice stretch in your lower back here. Lower and mid back. Alright, coming back up and then switching legs. And and rolling back up. Great. From here, we're going to do some hip stretches. You're going to get into a lunge position. So in a upright kneeling position, you're going to extend your left foot forward and place it down on the mat until you're in a nice lunging stance. Your right leg, your right shin is on the mat. You're going to tuck those, curl those toes under on your right foot there, and then just start to hinge forward a bit, sinking into that left leg, opening up your right hip flexor here. You want to keep your front knee at a nice 90-degree angle here, so not letting that knee track over your toes. Keeping the chest open and proud here. You could put your arms overhead if you like. This might make it a little bit more challenging. Alright, and now we're going to straighten that front leg and sink that right hip back as you fold over the front of your left leg. Stretching out your hamstrings. Okay. Then back to that kneeling position. I'm going to fold my mat over here because it's not the most cushiony mat for me. Supporting me in that lunge is not really the best. So now you're going to extend that right leg forward with the right foot planted in the ground in that lunging position, curling the toes on your left foot under so that your left leg, your left shin, and toes are supporting you back there. And then just hinge forward towards the front of towards your right leg, towards the front of the room, opening up your left hip. Again, keeping that 90-degree angle at the knee, keeping it bringing it away from the front of your toes, over your toes. Keeping the chest nice and open, maybe sweeping arms overhead. Alright, now extending your right leg, front leg, sinking those hips back as you fold over the front of your right leg. Stretching your hamstring. Okay, great work, everyone. From there, let's take another extended child's pose. Hip rest here. So your knees are spread out on the outer edges of your mat. Hips are back, sunk back, towards the back of the room, head on the mat, chest and belly reaching towards the ground, and arms extended overhead. Laying on the mat. Okay. Now we're going to flip over onto our backs. Get a few more good stretches in here. So laying down, we're going to get into a figure four stretch. So place your right leg with the right shin and calf over on top of your left thigh, just under your knee. So let me show you what that should look like. That here, show you standing. So you'll be laying on the mat, And you'll have that right shin placed over your left thigh. And it should look like that, like the number 4. And then just grab hold of the back of your left thigh. And see if you can gently push that thigh towards you just a little bit so you feel that nice stretch through the right glute. We're going to hold here for 5 cycles of breath. Unravel your legs, place your feet back on the mat, and switch sides. So placing that left shin calf over your right thigh under your knee, or above your knee, I guess I should say. And then taking the right foot off the mat, grasping the hands behind the right thigh, and gently pulling it towards you so you feel the stretch through your left glute. And we're going to rest here for 5 cycles of breath. Great work. Okay, place your feet back down on the mat. From here, we're going to just get into a glute bridge for a few moments. So placing your feet down on the mat, extending the hips up towards the sky, and you're also going to open up your chest here a bit. So bringing those arms out towards, out away from your sides, facing the opposite sides of the room. Pushing those hips up towards the sky. Okay, bring those hips down now. From here, we are going to sit up. And we are going to get a little bit of a twisting stretch in here. So bring your right leg over your left leg. Place your right feet on the mat to the left of your left thigh here, okay? And then you're going to just gently twist. So put your right hand behind your back, and you can use your left hand as a support around your right knee here as you shift your gaze towards the back of the room. Gently twisting the torso. Alright, beginning to unravel and switching sides. So placing that left foot to the right of your right thigh. Using your right arm to support you around your right knee, your left knee here as you place your left hands behind your back and gently twist your body towards the back of the room, towards the left, your neck and gaze in the same direction. Alright, you can unravel and stand back up. Sweep those arms overhead. Let's sweep down one more time. Let it all go in this forward fold. Slowly roll back up to standing with your arms beside you, at your sides, I should say. Close your eyes, take one big deep breath in, and then exhale it all out. All right, that's our stretch session completed. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.